Good afternoon, everybody. We are back. We are here, and we're missing the chat, so we gotta pull that chat back up. Get you guys on the screen right now. What do we got going on? We got Bender first and second in the chat. What's going on? Bender, Ray, Ryan the Rapper, Moji, Timmy. All of you guys, so glad to have you in here right now. Let's check the market out. We got a little bit of a decline going on this afternoon. Not sure what's going on here, but Ethereum falling off the side of us. Just a small little cliff. Shiba Inu Coin doing the same thing. SHIB down 7.49% right now. AMC 424. GameStop closing the day at 22.60, up 6.5% on the day today. You've got the Nasdaq ending 1% lower today. That's a pretty steep decline for the Nasdaq there. Dogecoin 15.9 cents, man. Dogecoin coming down 3.5%. Ethereum down 1.5%. SHIB 25.93. Bitcoin 68,300. The SPY closing at 522. 451 for the QQQ. Molinado 390. Sundial 220 flat. Netflix $647, MPW $499, Tesla $178, Amazon $179, and Apple sitting at $191 per share, up 0.5% on the day today. But we're gonna watch Bitcoin in the middle left-hand side of the screen, and we're gonna watch Shiba Inu Coin in the middle right-hand side of the screen, and of course you're gonna watch me on the tiny little bottom side of the screen, and whatever you guys want to see on the top of the screen. And man, look at that, dude! You do an entire market in review, and you guys haven't said anything. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I gotta read this. Let me read this text here. See if this is for me. Okay. Well, I think somebody was trying to send a picture, and nothing came through yet. Southerner, what's going on, Southerner? Glad to have you in here. I want to know where Maga is at right now. Is it time for me to exit? Is it time for me to buy more? What's happening? Gotta click on this one. 5.89 cents. Come on, man. Dude, I gotta tell you, right? I was looking at this. I probably should have bought in. I probably should have been on my computer instead of my phone. But I was looking at Super T. It's actually a little bit better to see over here. I was looking at Super T during the break. I'll put it on. Let's put it on an hourly chart. I was looking at Super T here during the break, right? And it came down. You guys could see that it wicked down in between lives, and it tested. It was like 26. What's the actual low? Oh, 25.53. I saw it at 26. I didn't see it at 25.53. So it comes down and touches 25.53. It is already back up to 0.004. Nearly doubling in price. You would have nearly doubled your money just since in between the live streams 2 hours ago. I knew, and I was sitting there, I was on the phone with my dad. I knew that this was major support. If it fell down through this level, and this is basically where I was at before. I still have some at this level, but this is where I was buying in before. If it broke down through this level, I was unsure of how far down it could come, because you look at the hourly, which is what I was looking at on my phone, and it just rips right up from nothing. Well, if you think about it, right, these guys that go in there, and when you see a massive spike like this is not just the first hour. It's the first 15 minutes. You can go back, right? And it's an entire candle the first 15 minutes. So what you end up having here, and it's the same deal on a 5-minute chart. Anytime something rips up like this in the first 15 minutes, people aren't going out there and just seeing a new live pair and throwing their money into it. This is people who know that it's going to be launched. This is the team, this is their family, this is their friends, and typically, right, you don't see prices lower than the initial run. Why? Because everybody who buys in after, they're not associated with the token. They're not the team. They're not their family and friends. So anytime you normally see a massive spike up, the only time that you can fall back down below these levels is if the team sells off. Now, these guys are actually, they at least got the same marketing account as the ones that are running Super Trump on the Ethereum network. They've got 9,000 followers out on X. They've got like 8,000 holders over here on Solana. No, they have like 1,300 holders on Solana. They got like 8,000 holders, over 8 or 9,000 holders over on the Ethereum network. I don't think that they're going to be selling off of their tokens. So this is what I would be looking at. Definite entry in this area, again, around 2,500 if it wicks back down or touches back down there. And if it breaks, okay, you saw this wick right here on this 15-minute bar. It wicked down here to 0014. This would be the absolute bottom unless the team sells off. And to be honest with you, this is like probably some of the friends that sold off immediately after launch there, which is the only reason it would have wicked down this far. So Super T kind of missed out on this one this afternoon as it bounced beautifully off that line, and it's currently sitting at 41.23. It was at 25.53. So a lot of people making a lot of money already this afternoon just in the last 2 hours on this bad boy. If you are one of them, let me know, man, because I didn't get in on that wick there, but I was certainly watching it the entire time. Man. Let's get that chart a little better so you can see it. It's kind of hard to see on that screen. All right, that's a little better there. Okay. Applied for a supervisor position. Hope I get an interview. Ray, man, very nice. Is it within the same company that you're currently at, or is it you going external, man? You going somewhere else? How do I learn this stuff? M. Smith. There's several different ways that you can learn, right? One of the ways that you can learn is clearly reading about it. I don't really like reading, okay? So that's not going to be for me. If you're going to go out, you're going to find a book that shows you candle patterns, that shows you chart patterns and all of that stuff. Dude, I don't like reading good books, and I certainly don't like reading boring books. So that would be off of my list, but that's a way that you could learn. Another way that you can learn is simply by hanging out in here, listening to me say things. I know you can't actively pay attention for an hour a day and so on, especially if you're at work, right? So just being around the terminology is going to help you. And you know, if something catches your attention, pay attention for a second. But the more you see it done, the more it's going to make sense. Now, the last step before you really want to dive in would be to do it yourself. To go out, set up a paper trading account, and actually, you know, buy and sell with fake money. The only thing that fake money or paper trading is not going to be able to kind of encompass for you is your emotion. You're not going to be emotionally attached to a paper trading account. You know, you go out there, you open an account up with $100,000, and you're down 10 grand. Okay, well, I messed this one up. I'm just going to close it out and open another one up so it's fresh. Well, then you made 20 grand. You're like, sweet, man. Then you start rolling. You're doing very well. You're implementing your strategy. You're making trades. You're taking risks, and you're making a lot of money. Well, then you go to try it for real, right? You got your confidence up, and all of a sudden you're down $500, and you're like, holy crap, dude, this is the dumbest stuff that I've ever done in my entire life. I can't believe I'm down. I'm terrible. This is ridiculous. This is going to take me a week to make this back. I don't understand why I even invested, and then it's going to hit you emotionally. So there's a lot of stages to it, man. There's a lot of stages to it, but experience is really how you're going to learn it. So either get your experience just by surrounding yourself with it, paying attention to the videos, paying attention to the live streams, asking as many questions as possible, or get your experience with it by just jumping in, man. You know, even if you jump in with $10, $100 or whatever, I don't think that's going to break anybody. So if you go open a small account somewhere and you start messing around with small numbers, you're going to see how you're affected emotionally by those small numbers, and you're probably going to be better off trading a small account than you would a paper account. Paper trading account, great, but I think you're going to understand your emotions better if you start with a small account. Wall Street's selling to pay off that short to keep on limping. Michael, they might be, man. They might be. Same company, Clay. Ray, you're going to get it, dude. You're going to get it. Why wouldn't you get it? Why wouldn't you get it, Ray? That's the only question I got. Yo, Claro, any thoughts on Crow with Knife? Let's take a look at Crow with Knife. You know, here's my first thought, and I haven't seen Crow with Knife in a long time. I think it's been well over a week since somebody asked about Crow with Knife. So my best guess, and this is completely based on not seeing the chart. I have not looked up. I don't trade Crow with Knife. I don't own it, so it's not something I look at in between live streams. But based on the fact that it's been over a week since people have been asking about it in here, I think it's probably down in price right now. So this is how you can kind of gauge sentiment and gauge if this works, right? It could be up and hitting new all-time highs, but I would imagine it's a different story. So let's see. Here we go. Let's go daily. Okay. All right, it's not doing too bad, but it's not doing terrible either. So let's see. Dude, I would say you got yourself a nice bull flag pattern like you see in so many of these cryptocurrencies that really decide to run. So right now, you know, this would kind of be your bull flag. I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfectly horizontal. But you've got the nice rip up, and now you're wedging down and trying to hold the support. If it breaks out right here to the upside, Crow with Knife could go on another run. Most likely, this pattern will hold up until it wedges down into this corner. And then, of course, hopefully it breaks up. If it breaks down, though, I mean, you got a very, very long ride. There's a, wick that takes you down to 7 zeros and a 4 in terms of support. But real support, you're not going to find it until you get back down here to 7 zeros and a 1. You certainly don't want that. But right now, a huge bull flag on Crow with Knife. So that's what I would be looking at, man. Hopefully a breakout of the upside. But it seems like traders want to keep it in this wedge, at least for the moment, man. So Crow with Knife not doing too bad, but that's what I'd be looking at if you're looking at trading. Clay, I'm no expert, but reading and analyzing to my capabilities, I feel like alt season will pick up by August or September. Total peak for this year. By the way, Pepe, I believe, will definitely lead. Johnny, you could be right. Now, let me say this. I don't know if you're solely basing that on technicals and any of that stuff. The only thing, and you absolutely could be right, but did you take into consideration the election? And I don't know if you did or not. If you did, okay, great. But dude, I think crypto is going to be a huge topic of debate. I think it's going to be heavily focused, and I think it's going to be kind of a not a deciding factor, right? I don't think there's enough crypto lovers out there to decide an election, but I think it's going to be a talking point. And with that being said, man, you gotta factor the election in during this cycle here. If we embrace crypto, it could just be the start, and we could bounce up nicely around the time frame you're looking up. Even better, I guess, after November. But then, dude, if we truly do create an environment that embraces the innovation that cryptocurrency brings, anything we see this year, like any spike up, could just be the beginning of what's really to come. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about this year and into next year. Hey, Sponge V2, what are you doing? It's the only coin I'm confused on, but I did buy Dogeverse. Thanks for your thoughts, Ohio bro. What's going on, C Long Acre? It's the only coin I'm confused on, but I did buy Dogeverse. I bought into Dogeverse as well. I don't own any of the Sponge V2. Thanks for your thoughts, Ohio bro. Absolutely, man. So I have not looked into Sponge in quite some time. Maybe, and I don't know if I will have any time. I might be able to look into it. I don't even know. Gosh, dude, I don't even know what the website is, and I don't want to pull up a fake one. I don't know if this is the right website or not, but we'll just see. Yeah, so I don't know. It doesn't look like they have launched V2 yet. You've got $1.1 million staked and bridged right now. And then if you want to switch over to the Matic network, you can switch over to the Matic network. But it does not look like they've launched yet, based on what I'm seeing here. But I haven't looked at these guys in quite some time. And then Dogeverse. Dogeverse is going to be launching in 3 days. So, yes, I'm in Dogeverse as well. This is the one I'm focused on right now because it's the one that's going to be launching next. So, hopefully they do very, very well. And then I can take the Dogeverse money and put the Dogeverse money into Play Doge. And then hopefully they do even better. And it just stacks and snowballs and rinses and repeats all day long. Peng! Alright, to look up Peng. I saw this trending, I think, yesterday. Probably this one. $1.9 million in liquidity pool. Smokes, man. Well, dude, here's the only thing I gotta say about Peng, right? Very, very nice run. However, it did not break these highs. I don't know if you're setting up a little situation where you're gonna keep hitting lower highs, or what the deal is, but major support down here. Tabbing it. Each time bouncing off. And this is a very difficult pattern to kind of point because you only have two data entries. So if it bounces down a little bit and then gets rejected off of this line again, I'd be a lot more comfortable with this line at that point. But right now, just 2 entries, kind of looking at this, a little bit of a wedge right here. If it breaks out, watch out, dude. You could be ripping up to brand new highs in no time. Clay, did you see the article about the new president that'll be coming in to embrace Bitcoin to control the debt in the country? I have not seen that yet, Andrew. I've not seen that yet. I did see some headlines about, I think, Venezuela. I think it was Venezuela. Was it Venezuela or Argentina now? Who just got elected now? I don't even know if it was Venezuela or Argentina. The Elon Musk was talking to not too long ago. And Tucker Carlson did an interview with him. One of those guys. Venezuela or Argentina, I'm not sure who it was. They were talking to El Salvador and kind of getting some tips and tricks on investing in Bitcoin and all of that. So, yeah, dude, countries do seem to be embracing it as opposed to taking the U.S. approach of hating on it. And, dude, they seem to be doing very, very well right now. Ask El Salvador. They're looking pretty happy. How do you keep your cool with all the swings? One day I'm 5K, next day down 5K. Justin, here's the only way that you can keep your cool with all of the swings, man, is to understand your limits, right? It's very, very tough. And if you can't keep your cool with it, only things I can suggest at that point, diversify or literally just invest less, right? You're going to have to close out some positions, maybe put the rest in bonds or a bank account, like a savings account or a money market account or something that you're not going to see those swings. So, yes, if I find myself like getting emotional, I know that I have too much in. And Super Trump, I was in Super Trump I exited 2 days ago, and I'm very glad that it ran as fast as it did in a single day, because I made a lot of money in a single day, and I don't know if I would have been able to hold it if it was slowly rising up. Because here's the deal, man. This is Super T here, and I bought it. If this chart loads, I bought it right before it was. I don't know if it was on this day here or if it was on this day here, but I bought it as it was approaching and as it was hitting this support line. Okay, I got this support line because it started to follow it when it launched, and then it followed it this entire time that it was out. So I bought in. Now, I actively made the decision, because I had another horizontal line, like down here, There was support, right? So I said, all right, dude. I broke that ascending trend line. That's fine. I'm gonna continue holding it, but I'm not gonna sell unless it really breaks down. It turns out to be the best decision I have ever made in terms of investing, because this was my largest gainer that I've ever made. Now I had a horizontal line here, and you can see it. Actually, it might be better just to look here because I already have my lines up. Yeah. So this was my original horizontal line. This was my original ascending trend line. I had a strong feeling that if it broke out above this horizontal line, it would run. Why? Because that's exactly what it did back here. When it broke this horizontal line, look what happened. It ran all the way up to 3 cents. Now, on the way down, it formed a little resistance in this area at like 0.007. And it formed a little bit more resistance in this area at like 0.12. Well, it broke out of this little wedge that it had and just ripped. Oh, it was like a 1-day period, man. I don't know what time Deck Screener refreshes their website, but this is on a separate day's candle, but it wasn't a separate day. This was all the same day right here in terms of my time zone, and at about midnight is when you hit these levels. I did get emotional, right? I had too much that I could not stand to see it swing. I didn't care at that point if I could have doubled my money. There was no way that I was going to afford to lose from the 2.1 cents that it was at all the way down to here. So I slowly shaved my position between 0.21 and basically 0.17. I sold out. And I still have a little bit down in this area that I bought off that trend line. And we'll have no problem buying back in. Now, today it came down quite a bit. Tested some of this support in this area right here. And has bounced back off a little bit. But, dude, if it comes back down and it tests this ascending trend line, I'll be getting in. But it was enough that I would have been emotional holding all of that. So I had to shave that at that point. Down in this area, no. But 5x gain, yes. It's kind of the way that I would think about that. The only way you can handle it, man, is if you get less. Argentina. All right, Johnny, man, thank you very much. I couldn't remember if it was Argentina or Venezuela. Argentina. Stoogers. Yeah, for the full name, Ivanez. We'll look at Stog here. There's that sleepy dark, bro. There he is. There he is. Let's see. Stop looking at day-to-day swings. Why, Law? Hodl. Probably, I look probably once a month. Well, yeah, but Law, let's say that you do look once a month, right? Let's say you bought Super Trump here, okay? And your idea is to only look once a month. Dude, let's say you bought, I don't know, $1,000 worth of Super Trump, and your idea is only want to look once a month. Dude, how would you feel buying $1,000 worth, knowing you had $25,000 worth, and then when you look again, you got $2,000 worth? How would you feel in that situation? I mean, these tiny little volatile coins, man, I get it, but it doesn't make sense on the tiny little volatile coins, if you ask me. They go up, and people take their profit, and they go right back down. You know, let's say you would have bought in here, and it rips up, and you turn 1,000 into 10,000, and then you look again next month, and you're back down to $1,000. If you're buying Bitcoin, if you're buying one of those larger market cap coins, okay, great. But if you're buying something so volatile, dude, why would you ever only want to look once a month? I forget what I named Dark Bro. What do we call him, man? What do we name him? Hey, bro, so when will the next Lunk video come out? Old Rounder, that's a very good question, dude. It's a very good question. I have got so much sponsored content right now. I cannot answer it. I truly can't. Let's see. How much do I need to pay Claybro to make a Lunk video? Old Rounder. I don't know if you would want to. JC, man, Argentina. Thank you very much for answering that as well. Thanks, bro. Justin, absolutely. 50 million honorarium. Who is 50 million? Who 50 million honorarium? Someone bought? Maybe. I don't know. How much for Clay to make a Loong vid? Try to keep up. Oh, 50 million honorarium. That's the price. That's the price. Dark bro, I wasn't even keeping up either, OG. So, man. Bro, having a Doge 20. Let's take a look at Doge 20. We haven't looked at that one in quite a while. All right, right here. Launched about a month ago, sitting at 4 right now. $5 million market cap. All right, so Doge 20. Doge 20 actually seems to have very strong support right here in this level. So Doge 20 could actually be a buy. So after Dogecoin 20 launched, it had a very nice launch day where it came up, rallied, and then people began to sell off and panic. Now, I did get out at Dogecoin 20, like in this area down here somewhere. I don't even know what number that's at. Came down a little bit more. And then you had a 7x opportunity over the following week. Dogecoin 20, the same deal right now, having sold off to the exact same level. Now, I don't know if Dogecoin 20 is once again going to rally and come back up to this level in here, and you're going to see another 7x gain to reach these levels. But my best guess, right, is... Let me see if I can pull this up, if it works since I'm not signed in. You know what? Let me look on my other Chrome extension real quick, just because I am logged in and I can see all their tweets. It's actually not a bad idea. All right, so these guys are actually active out on their X account, which is good to see. And they did just announce yesterday. It says Dogecoin 20 community announcement. Starting today, our Telegram will be solely used for official project announcements. We've made this change to protect our community from scams. Please make sure you're following our official X page to always stay up to date. I will say this, right? You can see right here too. I was in their Telegram account. I have never seen a worse community than Dogecoin 20. I have never seen more people complain and cry and whine about something that they had bought into. There was zero optimism in that Telegram group. Nobody was excited about what they had bought. Everybody was simply saying that it was going to come down. And dead serious, man. I think somebody poisoned the water in that Telegram group and just sent a bunch of people in to infiltrate it and create fear. Because the only things I ever saw posted were negative crybabies about Dogeverse. Which was bizarre to me because these were the people that had supposedly bought in. So I actually think it's a very good idea to either use it just as official announcements so people see it, or just to get rid of it altogether. Because my goodness, I truly think that these people ate themselves from within, and the communities like destroyed themselves with Dogeverse, or with Dogecoin 20 here. Because all they ever did was complain and cry, man. So, I don't know, though. It is at very strong support right now, and if you want to take a chance, you can take a chance. But Dogecoin 20 did not have a strong community, and that's tough. Another one that I think has a very strong community, but for some reason or another, maybe it's because it's on the BNB blockchain, right? For some reason or another, Kamoto, okay? Kamoto has essentially found a bottom at this pre-sale price of 3 zeros and a 5. Kamoto came back down a little bit today, losing 15% to retest this support line. The only way it's going to fall down below this support line is if like all of the pre-salers start to sell now, because this is the pre-sale price. But dude, at this level, it can't go lower long term because they have like $12 million or $20 million worth of buybacks going into the liquidity pool through their smart contracts, the 9 smart contracts, I believe it's 9, it might be 6, that they built. So this is a very, very strong level of support for Kamoto here. The difference between this and the difference between Dogeverse or Dogecoin 20 is that everybody in their Telegram is optimistic. Everybody in their Telegram is excited about what they're doing. Kamoto has remained on the trending list for BNB tokens since the very first day that it was introduced. And it's the #1 token out on DEX tools on the BNB blockchain right now. So there's some stark differences. If you come out to their X account, you can see these guys have 65,000 followers. All right, this is not pulling up all their tweets because I know for a fact they're more active than this. They were sending out messages today. These guys are extremely active. I think they've already launched like 4 or 5 tokens through their Catapult. And every token that they launch on Catapult locks up. Look at this. These guys raised $275 million or $275,000 worth of USDT. Okay? Now, this is interesting because they didn't get as far of an oversubscribe as some of the other ones, but they did raise a lot more money, 10 times as much money as these other projects. Guys, this burn cat here, ready to burn Catapult. If these projects here locked up 100 million, I think it was 100 million. 100 million or 10 million, I forget now. Kamoto forever, this project would have locked in 10 times as much, man. So it must have been 10 million. They're going to lock up the entire supply of Kamoto if they keep doing this. And anybody who is holding is truly going to be holding something special over time. So Kamoto is an absolute sleeper, in my opinion. And I think that they could do a lot better than they currently are doing based on what I see in the Telegram and based on how active I see them actually out there building. Timmy! For Dark Broski. Because... Exactly, man. Exactly. I don't even know what Dark Bro's saying out there. Ain't nobody me. I got a loon too. There you go. I didn't know. I didn't know it was for square, dude. I'm on a slow day. I'm slow. I'm on slow today. Gotcha. I'm on slow today. It's better than being on speed, I guess, man. Being on slow. Unless it's a downer. You always want to be an upper. You always want to be an upper. It's fine, Moji. When Luke finally moons, I will sail off into the sunset. Now, will you sail off into the sunset? Or is that just what you're saying? When Terra Luna Classic finally moons, are you going to be, like, quitting your job? Or are you going to be slowing down? Are you going to be sailing off into the sunset and leaving us all behind? Let us know, old rounder, because I don't want you to leave us behind, man. Looks like the promotional algo for Vert is done. Back to the normal big horizontal mode. Yeah, Gorilla, and you could be right. The bot trading for Kamoto has definitely slowed down. So you guys remember those bots were coming in like literally every couple seconds and buying and selling like $30,000 worth of Kamoto. Now you got a lot of normal size buys, $2, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, and sells and so on. The bots have definitely cooled down over on Kamoto. Here's what I'm excited about, though. I don't know when. Soon. They've already got the money for it. They will be launching on Solana as well. And I look, I think when these guys launch on Solana, they're going to do very well. If they can trend #1 every day on BNB, if they start trending #1 on Solana, they can easily grab more than $1 million in their liquidity pool over there and soar in value. So I'm excited about this Solana launch. I'm definitely holding these guys. And knowing that they're down to this support, I'm going to check them out in between the live streams. And very good chance that I do add some more to bring it to that nice round number. that I wanted it to be as. I got when moon. Always soon moon. Guide from Wcoin. Laba. What do you mean? Guide from Wcoin. Thought it was Thursday. It is Thursday, isn't it? I hope it's Thursday. I don't know, man. Sorry, 23 night. What? Nope, it's Friday. No live tamale. Now I know what you guys. There's a chance that there's an afternoon live tomorrow. There's gonna be no live tomorrow morning. Is crap, dude. I gotta go get my tags at some point. How long can I wait to get my tags for my license? Since I already had my birthday and I keep forgetting every single day to get them. Am I gonna get in trouble for that? I need to go get my tags, man. I don't know what I keep waiting on here. It is Thursday. It's just Jeff, man. You guys mess with me sometimes. I don't even know what's going on. RWA coins. Oh, real world assets. Owned to the moon. Gotcha, Joe. Gotcha. Yeah, let's see. Where's Ondo? Up 3% of the day today. $1.20 right now. Released 4 months ago. $11 million in the liquidity pool. Got like boom, dude. $1.7 billion market cap. Look at this daily chart. Well, seems like a lot of people may have missed out on that one. That is a beautiful chart on Ondo. I can't even say that it's like, you don't even need to do technical analysis on it. Just buy that one. This one here, man. You gotta look at the hourly on this one. That daily chart looks a little weird. Guys, if this one breaks back up tonight, holy smokes, it's still a tiny market cap. This could easily 10x to 60 cents and just be sitting on a $28 million market cap. I mean, honestly, this could go to $1 and it would only be at a $46 million market cap. Think about that. So many of these little T-Man coins right now are getting so much attention and doing very well. If it's got a little resistance at this 5 to 6 cent level, you guys can see my line on the screen right here. If it breaks this, it might get held up at 10 cents, but if it breaks 10 cents, you're going back up to 20 cents. So I'm excited about this one. It has bounced off support. I couldn't average down too much because my average was at about this red line right here, a little over 5 cents. But I was able to add at 2.8 cents. So I'm doing pretty well on Maga right now, and I hope that it continues moving higher. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do as well in dollar terms as I did on Strump on Ethereum, but I can definitely surpass what I did with Strump on Solana if Maga begins to rip up higher. So I could do very, very well if it rips up a little bit higher. And I will beat my Strump on Solana if... Crap, it's on that wallet right there. I don't know the actual numbers. Let's just say if it doubles, I think I... If it doubles, I think I did better with Maga than I would have Strump on Solana. Dark bro! Oh god, dude, what did he just say? I can't even shout this one out. I just invested $10,000 on Farmy. I hope this guy's kidding me. Oh my god. Dude, let's just see where this would have been. 2021. Oh my god. Oh man. Dude, I don't know. I averaged down so many times on Farmy in 2021. I don't even know where my first buy-in would have been. I really don't know where it would have been. I doubt here. Maybe here. Maybe here. You know, it actually could have been here. I think they diluted the crap out of people. And I may have bought in on this day right here. It went up, basically doubled, came right back down, and then it's just, it was nothing but a nightmare after. It might have been on this day. This actually could have been the very first day. Because I know I got in after they had diluted. And I did well. So I think that this was the very first day that I got into farming. April 29th. Somebody mark that down as my farming anniversary. Then it was nothing but a mess, man. Yeah. So what was that price? Yeah, $60. I'd have just been down 99% right now. $99% loss. Oh my gosh, dude. It would have been a 99% loss. Glad I sold that. Glad I cut myself free from that. Let's see. Rug pull on Farmy there. Farmy was a rug pull and they continue to pull it, man. Let's see. I will beat my strump on Solana. Just sounded bad. Did I say beat my or beat my? Oh, beat my. I might have said beat my. Yeah, that might be why it sounds bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can you put moderators in timeout? Because when I say I will beat my strump on Solana, I think Tim if anybody needs put in timeout for something, put that guy in a corner right now, because that's the kind of stuff you should be put in timeout for. It's not bad enough to like get banned or anything or get hidden, but yeah, dude, when I completely innocently say that I will beat my strump on Solana, because I will be beating the gain that I made with Strump on Solana with Maga. And this guy comes out here and says, oh, beat my Strump on Solana. Sounds bad. Yeah, that's what you need to just be told to calm down, right? Just calm down, and that's it there. I want to get in that cat. Yeah, Pudgy, man. I got like two more. I got maybe 2 more videos to record this evening, maybe 3. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. But this is like rock bottom on Kata. So if I can get back in, or not get back in, I'm still in with all that I have ever held in Kata. I might be able to finally make it that nice round number. Because, dude, I think when they launch on Solana, they're going to get a lot more attention too. And so they're going to be throwing $1 million into the Solana liquidity pool. And from there, man, I hope that they finally get some of the attention that they deserve. Because these guys are building, man, and they're getting on a lot of centralized exchanges. It's just that the price is not going up. I can't figure that part out. What's up, Dial-Up Survivor? How are you? Why would you possibly buy it at the high? Zach, on what coin are you, or what are you talking about right now? If you're talking about that Farmy that I was just showing you, that was not the high, man. That was not the high. If you're talking about Farmy, bought in at 60 bucks, right? The high was 2,065. And buying in at that 60 bucks was on the day they diluted. Resulting in 157 down to 60. I don't know. What would that have been? Like a 65% decline? So I bought in on the lowest price, the most major dip, and major support. They did it hit way back here the year prior. So, dude, it was an excellent entry. It just turns out that these guys were nothing but dirty scammers who were looking to come out and instead of making revenue and selling the mushrooms that they were supposedly farming, but I know is a lie, cooking their books, instead of generating revenue, all they decided to do was continue diluting the stock so that they could stay in business. Guys, businesses are very interesting, and I don't know like who the idiot that came up with these ideas are, but I see a lot of this idiocy out on social media as well, telling these people to go start a business and then immediately get business credit and go create an LLC or create an S corp and never use your money, always use the business's money. And the idea is that these I got zero respect for somebody that has this mentality, and there's a lot of it out there. And I think this is what the guys at Farming do. Instead of going out and generating revenue, same thing Adam Aaron is doing, right? Instead of going out and generating revenue to create a successful, sustainable business, they go out and they take on debt. They go out and they dilute their investors. So all of this money that they have, they don't care about running the business, and they don't care about the bottom line. They don't care about making a net profit. What they care about is staying in business as long as they can, because they're giving themselves a paycheck. And it's always the guys at the top that are giving themselves the largest paycheck. So what they do is they go out and they take on $50 million worth of debt. Now, however and whoever they can convince to give them that $50 million worth of debt, they go out and they run the company into the ground. But over the course of the 5 years, 10 years that they were in business, they paid themselves $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million, right? $1 million a year or more as the leaders of the company. And then when the company goes bankrupt, well, they kept all the money they gave themselves in paychecks. There's no repercussions for the paychecks and the wages that they expended. It's the debt holders who went out there and took a chance on that business. They get ripped. It's the equity holders who went out there and took a risk on that business. They get ripped. The idiots running the business run it into the ground, and they simply go out there and file for bankruptcy and then start a new one under a different name doing the exact same thing. Guys, that is not the way things are supposed to be ran. If you can't generate enough money to cover your costs, you shouldn't be covering your costs with debt. You should be bankrupt. You should be out of business. That's just the way that it is. Dark, bro. Hey, Clay, bro. Go drop Maga. No, Dark, bro. I don't want to drop it right now, man. And now I want it to go up. You were tempting me earlier. And let me put it this way, okay? I could drop Maga. I could drop Maga. I know where I fall on the holders list, and it's pretty high. I'm confident that I could make a nice red line on Maga right now. I could not. Let me see where it's at. No, not at this point, man. I can't drop it. I can't drop it back down. If I completely dumped right now, well, if there's only 170, I don't know why it keeps ticking back and forth between 170 and 240 in the liquidity pool. If there's 170 in the liquidity pool, I might be able to drop this down to lower fives. If there's 270, I could easily drop this down to maybe, I don't know, 5.8 cents or something. 5.7 cents. See, I don't understand this part, why these numbers keep switching here. If there's 270, no, I could upper fives from this level. If there's 170, I could give you a buy-in at 5 cents if you want to buy in at 5 cents. Dark Bro, man, we should have done it earlier when it was back down to like 3.8 cents. I could have dropped you down to the 2s, man. I could have dropped you down to the 2s and you could have got in. Hey, bro, just trying to keep it family friendly. Yeah, me too, man, me too. Which is why I will stop saying that I'm going to beat my strump on Solana, all right? But if Maga rips, I'll be beating my strump on Solana. All right, now you gotta put me in timeout, Tim. Now you gotta put me in timeout because now you, oh my God, see what you guys do to me, man. See what you do to me. I don't know why you guys got to do this to me. Now I got to drink some water here before I get put in timeout. I don't know why you guys got to do this to me, man. Dark. Let's put it this way. Okay, if Maga rips back up to 20 cents, I'm very, very likely, I'm watching it, okay? And if I start to see some dudes taking their profit, I'm out. And you're going to see. I'm not going to come all the way out at one time. I'm not going to dump on you guys like that. But if it does hit this level, I'm going to be ready to pull the trigger. The crazy thing is, it's only a 3x gain. So that only puts Maga here at a $9 million market cap, which is tiny. I mean, dude, this token would have no problem going to a $46 million market cap. It would have zero problem going to $46 million in market cap, which would put this at $1. If this goes to $1, I'm going to beat my... If Maga goes to $1, I'm going to beat my strump on Ethereum. So not only will I beat my strump on Solana, Tim, if Maga goes to $1, I am definitely beating my strump on Ethereum as well. Which you guys know is already my best monetary gain in any investment that I've ever made. So I think we should just end it, man, before Tim gets me in trouble. I think we should end it before Tim gets me in trouble here. Oh, man. Maga's maybe moving hard. Oh, that's true. That's true, Gorilla. Do you know when that's going to be? I haven't been following that stuff as closely. A lot of that stuff gets real mad reading idiotic comments and stuff. So I try to keep an understanding of what's going on in the country and politics and stuff. But at the same time, man, I don't want to live my life in hate and disgust by reading a lot of stupid comments and things. So do you have any idea when that's going to be? Because, dude, if it's tonight and Maga rips to $1, oh, yes, Moji! Thank you very much for the member chat. Oh, God, Dark. Pizza Strump all day. Do whatever you guys got to do, man. Moji throwing out 5 green names. Kenbro grabbing a green name. I love it, man. Ray grabbing a green name. We got a Braden Dead Orc grabbing a green name. Brain Dead Orc, man. Did you play some Warcraft in your day or what? We got Real Boss Man grabbing a green name and the Famous Ones grabbing a green name. Moji, man. Everybody in the chat better be saying thank you to you, especially if you got a green name. Please say thank you. But I love seeing some of these guys that haven't had a green name in a while with a green name again. Kenbro, Ray, man. Old Rounder had one. Real Boss Man, I noticed the icon there, and the Famous Ones. The Famous Ones in here all the time as well. So thank you very much for that, Moji. Appreciate all of the OGs in here grabbing a green name from the Moji in here. Sean, everybody's oh my God, we got 2 minutes left. How do I tame the crowd in the last 2 minutes? Wait, what? Why Maga rip to $1? I'll YOLO right now. No, Dark Bro. So Maga could rip to $1 because it's only a 47. They've burnt a little bit. $47 million market cap. So $47 million market cap is definitely obtainable, right? That's not out of the question for a lot of these tokens. The only thing that's got me a little uneasy about Maga here, right, is that it does utilize the exact same icon as Maga on Ethereum. But these two guys are not associated with each other. So these are two different projects. So that's the only thing that makes me a little uneasy about Maga. But as far as I know, right, and I'm not trying to start some sort of a political discussion or anything, but there's a lot of stuff trending out on X right now about guilty, verdict, jury, all of this stuff, because the T-Man trial, I guess the judge has instructed the jury, not the jury, the judge has instructed the jury on things that they need to consider in coming up with a verdict. Well, if the verdict comes out, man, T-Man is going to be trending literally everywhere. And of course, that could spike the price of these T-Man coins. So people anticipating something like that, and the fact that this is just a $2 million market cap, man, it could run. So don't YOLO into anything, man. But that's kind of like my mentality on it. Raymond picked up some bird dog on Solana. What do you think? You know what, Raymond? Thank you very much for bringing up an actual cryptocurrency instead of doing some other things. So bird. Is it bird dog? This one? When did you pick it up? Dude, you know what's actually interesting? This looks very, very similar to the Crash Boys. Like icons and stuff. I don't know if these are the same guys or not, but holy smokes, I would love it if Crash Boys jumped like that. Dang, man, I'd be out of that too. All right, so bird dog on Solana, man. Looking at this right here, you do have your horizontal resistance. I know I didn't click a horizontal line. You get your horizontal resistance right here. This is a fantastic gain, okay? So if you can't break through this little level, which you have not been able to do so in the past, very, very likely to come right back down to the descending trend line that it's been comfortable on. So ripping up, man, doing a very good job. I would be a little bit more conservative until you break out. Then get more excited. But this break of the trend line, what you normally see is a rip, an exponential gain, and then, of course, a reversion back to the mean. So that would be my outlook on that right there. Dark bro! Kombucha in the house. He need a stash. Kombu! I see you. Kombu! Well, Dark bro, thank you for the mustache for Kombu. Dark bro, Kombu, thank you. Thank you very much for the mustache, Dark bro. Guys, it is 5:01. I still got a lot of videos to do, right? Keep your eyes on Maga tonight. Just know that it's going to be a very good day if it does rip up even higher than where it's at right now. I believe that I would currently be in the money at the moment because my line was a little over 5 cents. So doing okay, but not good enough for me to sell. Well, technically I could sell, but not enough for me to sell right now. I want it to go higher. So we're keeping an eye on that. Dab cat, boom, baby. 5x in my portfolio. Gonna be happy, baby. Hey, Dark, dead serious, man. There's no shame. If you can pull the trigger, if you can be one of the first to pull the trigger, pull it, man, right? You know, everybody buys into these pre-sales, and I talk about these pre-sales, and then it's like, well, why didn't you keep holding, man? Why, when you were making some money, sure, but why didn't you hold it forever? Dude, we don't have to hold it forever. Make some stinking money. I mean, that's why we're in the cryptocurrency game, right? Go make it. I've corrupted the chat. Just being a deviant. Yes, you have, Tim, and it's stinking time to go, man. It's 5:02. We can't be talking about beating strumps all night long. Come on now. Tim, man, thank you very much for the super chat. Guys, we'll do the shout-outs, and we'll be back a little bit later with videos. Gorilla, have a great evening, man. Kombu, see you later. Dark bro, thank you for the super chat and the mustache. Raymond, if you got in yesterday, you're doing very well, I would assume, but I would be very, not nervous, but cautious cautious around that resistance line, and then the fact that it could revert back down to the mean there. Kombu, have a great one. Crypto Animal, see you later. We got Kombu, Crypto Animal, Dark Bro, Timmy. Thank you both for the super chats. Ray, have a great evening, man. Good news, good news. See you later. Moji, have a great one. We got Dark Bro, Dial Up, Dark Bro, Nigev. Good afternoon and goodbye to you, my friend. Gorilla, see you later. Matt, Old Rounder, all of you guys. You know what time it is. You want to say it with me. Say it with me. Till the next time. Hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day.